The fall of the greatest kingdom in history, a story of power, betrayal, and destruction. What if I told you that the most powerful kingdom in history didn't fall to a mighty army, nor did it crumble under the weight of an external invasion? Instead, it collapsed from within, destroyed by its own rulers, greed, and betrayal. This is the untold story of the fall of the greatest kingdom the world has ever seen. For centuries, the Kingdom of Eldoria stood as an unshakable force. It was the wealthiest, most advanced civilization of its time, known for its grand cities, powerful military, and an economy that stretched across continents. The streets of its capital, Aurelia, were paved with gold, and its rulers were revered as demi-gods. No enemy had ever breached its mighty walls, and its people lived in prosperity under the rule of King Magnus III, a leader hailed as the greatest of his time. But as history has shown, even the mightiest of empires are not immune to the seeds of destruction sown from within. Despite its external strength, the kingdom was rotting from the inside. The royal court was filled with corrupt ministers, each plotting for power. King Magnus trusted his closest advisor, Lord Valtor, a man of great intelligence but even greater ambition. Unbeknownst to the king, Valtor had been working in the shadows, manipulating the noble families and turning them against the monarchy. He fed their greed, promising them land, wealth, and power in exchange for their loyalty. And soon, the unthinkable happened. King Magnus was betrayed by those he trusted the most. On the eve of the annual royal festival, as the city celebrated, darkness loomed over the palace. Under the crimson glow of the full moon, the betrayal unfolded. The guards, once loyal to the king, had been bribed. The gates of the palace were flung open, and an army of rebels, led by Lord Valtor, stormed inside. Magnus, realizing the betrayal too late, fought fiercely. His elite warriors clashed swords with the traitors, blood staining the marble floors. But the battle was already lost. His own court had abandoned him. In the throne room, he made his last stand, fending off attackers until he was finally overpowered. With a dagger to his throat, Magnus looked at Valtor, the man he had once called a brother. "Why?" he whispered. "Valtor, because even gods can fall." With the death of Magnus, chaos erupted. The once glorious kingdom crumbled as noble families turned against each other, fighting for control. The economy collapsed, cities burned, and what was once the greatest kingdom in history was reduced to ruins. And so, Eldoria became nothing more than a legend, a cautionary tale of how even the strongest empires can fall when greed and betrayal take root. Empires don't fall overnight. They are brought down not by their enemies but by their own people. Will history repeat itself? Or have we learned from the past?